Well, good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Michael Wilhite here with Southern Indiana weather. It's a Sunday morning here, bringing you a very quick forecast update. We've got the deluge of rain ready to begin today. It looks like it's going to be a wet morning out there for much of us, but really going to be later tonight before we see the deluge of rain. It's going to be all of this area back here as it moves closer to us that's going to give us the serious totals. Now, let me just go ahead and stop radar here, and let's zoom in here on the Southern Indiana weather area, and you can see as it decides to fill up here. Sometimes the computer software is a little slow here, but you can see pretty much a wet morning in progress around over most of the area. This is going to be lifting to our north as the system rolls through this afternoon. So what you're going to see is this will be out of the area here later on this morning, and then we'll have a little bit of a break in the rain before some more rain comes in. But we do have some serious totals coming in there today. In fact, let me just go ahead and kind of show you what's going on here. First off, flash flood watch now out for pretty much most all of the area. You can see everything here in green, and you can see it extends all the way back out here. But if we just go back up to, let's go to the Indianapolis site, you can see there it is for most all of our areas. Now, it doesn't include some of our counties right to the south here. As you go down here into the Louisville area, they've left, Floyd, Harrison, Crawford, Perry, Spencer, Warwick, and Vanderburgh out of there. We go over to the Paducah office, and I think Posey's out of it as well. Yes, so it's just right along the Ohio River. No, but everything one county north of the Ohio River and on is underneath a flash flood warning today. And I'm kind of surprised they didn't include everybody. The Weather Prediction Center has actually placed a moderate risk of excessive rainfall. This is a moderate risk of exceeding flash flood criteria at any given point here in that. And that's we got some flooding rains potentially on the way, as you'll see from the totals in a second. Other thing that we've got to contend with today is possibly some stronger storms. Severe weather outlook for today includes a slight risk over a good chunk of the area here, includes the Evansville, Louisville areas all the way up here to say Bedford, north of Vincennes. For Monday, that risk starts to shift a little to the east, but most of us still in with that as well. Well, let's time it out very quickly here on Future Radar, give you an idea what's going on. Here's where we are right now. It's about 6:51 a.m. Eastern time as I'm recording this. So this would be 11Z, should be about 7 a.m. So this is what we would expect. It's doing a fairly good job. It doesn't have it 100% over here, but it's got the idea here of the rain over into southern Indiana. Watch as this lifts and moves through. It kind of lifts to our north as the system starts to roll toward the east as well. And then what we're going to see is by noon, early afternoon, much of southern Indiana is in the dry sector for the afternoon. Now, don't let that fool you, because even though we've got some dry sector coming on in the afternoon, watch what happens here as you start to get towards dark. Tonight here would be 6 p.m. in the evening, and you got a deluge of rain going on up to our north here. Southern Indiana counties, you're going to start to see this radar fill in here as well. In fact, everybody's pretty much, by the time we get to about 7 or 8 o'clock tonight, most everybody is getting wet again. So we've got another main wave moving here and through the evening, and what you see is we've just got some heavy rain moving through here during the overnight hours, and then lasts here through the good chunk of those overnight. Here's 8 a.m. on Monday morning. Then as we go throughout the day on Monday, it becomes much more scattered to spotty, and you'll see as we get later in the day, here's 5 o'clock, we've got some pop-up storms coming up. That's where the slight risk of severe weather will come in. If we do get the daytime heating and we do get a break in between the rain, then we might see anything pop up out of that. Now this afternoon, we've got a break in the rain, and so possibly some of those storms that could develop ahead of the main line could get some punch with them. We'll have to monitor that, but certainly that's not a guarantee by any means. So how much rain are we talking about? Well, if you believe the high resolution NAM, which is what this model I'm showing you here is, if you believe that, some serious rain totals. It's got about 4 inches or so falling here around the Evansville area, almost 10 inches or more possible here around the Louisville area. This is just ridiculous. Don't take this as just, as if this is exactly what's going to happen here. What this is just showing you is that it is one possibility. It is a mesoscale high resolution model, so it can see a lot of those finer details, and it shines whenever it gets over to the short range like this. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if somebody just had so much rain, so many storms train over them, that we get some serious rainfall totals out of this. But if you go to the GFS, it's much more moderate, where you've got a good solid 1 to 3 inches or so here around the area. That seems pretty reasonable, but again, I would not be surprised if somebody gets 4, 5, 6 inches out of this. Would not be surprised of that at all. It depends on how exactly where these storms come in and how much they train over you and things like that. If you want to get a better idea on the timing, you just go to my Southern Indiana Weather Facebook page there, folks. And I made a post that I showed the high resolution NAM model, you can get a better look at what it's saying. Again, don't, as I said here, don't take these as exact, just as a guide, but here's what I gave you on your update for timing too, about that, pretty much what I just went over with you. That first wave's here Sunday morning, it moves out, we get the next wave late this evening, and then you can read all about that to get some more thoughts on that as well. All right, folks, be safe out there today. If you got 4th of July plans this evening, unfortunately looks very wet. I know there's a Bombers game as well, and that's was going to be, well, we hope they get it in. We hope that the modeling is wrong, but if the modeling is right, it'll be canceled. And I hate to say that. Everything is in jeopardy tonight if the modeling is right. The modeling is not always right. We're going to have to see what the radar shows this afternoon as to whether it's going to move in time. But if you got outdoor plans, if you're going to the Bombers game and the fireworks display, I would certainly keep it tuned to their Facebook page for any changes to see whether they are going to indeed have it or not. If you get fireworks celebrations planned in any of your other communities, again, you'll want to keep tuned to that to make sure whether they're having it or not. I do think, however, that tomorrow evening, if you're looking for a best time, set off some fireworks for yourself this weekend in your backyard. Monday evening is probably going to be the better of the days, just from the way things look right now. All right, folks, I'll have some radar updates this afternoon, and we'll keep it right here to Southern Indiana weather for more as we go throughout this. I'm meteorologist Michael Wilhite. Have a great Sunday, folks. We'll see you soon.